I've downloaded the app and registered for it. So now I just need to add a device. So I'm adding my smart camera. Power on the camera, prompt tone will be heard after 30 seconds, click next. So I've done all that. So you've got to turn the camera on, plug it in and everything. And then if you wait a little while, so it took about 30 seconds, not even that, you get like a bit of a beep, kind of a beep. That basically says the camera's ready. So allow Littlelf smart access to while using the app. So enter Wi-Fi password. Okay guys, so I've just had to put my Wi-Fi password in to connect it to my Wi-Fi. So use camera to scan QR code, tap next. The mobile phone displays a QR code. Use the camera to scan the QR code. 15. So you've got to use the camera to scan the QR code. So I heard a prompt. Okay, so this has taken a while.
Please connect again.
Okay, so it took a bit of a while, but it's just come up with this thing, device installation timeout. Okay guys, so I've pretty much had to start again, so I'm just gonna trying to scan the QR code really again. Okay, so I've heard the prompt and we're just trying to connect again. So I've just had to try a third time to try and connect this camera, my phone and my Wi-Fi. It's proving to be a bit of a pain. It's dragging a little bit. Oh, there we go. Done. So third time lucky. So it might take a while, but yeah. So it's compatible. It's not compatible with 5G Wi-Fi, but it's compatible with 2.43 hertz, I think it is. So the camera's just had a bit of a spin around on itself. I'm guessing it's just to sort of centre itself. Let's go with this. Let's rename this. So we give my girl the nickname of Pest. So we'll put Pest's room. And then so it's just loading at the minute. But we'll give it a bit of chance to load. Obviously it's the first time it's loading it. And just see what it's like really. So it's taken a bit of time to load here. Ah, there we go. So I've just had to go off and back on it. So as you can see, we've got this little thing here, so we can move the camera with it. Oh, we should be able to. Ah, there we go. So we just tap it. Okay, so it's a little bit behind. It is lagging a bit. And I mean, I've got my phone right next to the camera and it's still lagging, but that could just be my Wi-Fi signal because my Wi-Fi is not always that great. Okay, so I've just turned the sound off on the camera to my phone. Because I'm sat so close to the camera, I was getting quite a bit of feedback from it. So we've got, obviously, this is the sound bit up here. There. You've got this little bit right next to the sound, which allows you to open the picture wider. You've got this button that makes it helps you to turn the camera so it's horizontal. This one just next to the camera button. You've got the camera button, which lets you take a photo, so you just tap it, screenshot has been saved. You've got the microphone button, which you just press and hold, and you can talk, and obviously it just sends the recording through. You've got this recording button here, which obviously records. You've got these little arrows, which extends it, and then you can just pop it up. And then you've got obviously the bit that I've shown you before, which helps you to move the camera around. Okay. Then we can go on to HD, high definition. So you've got HD and you've got SD. So you can choose what quality picture you want. You've got messages, so you've got motion detection, obviously that's just when it's caught me. Then you've got cloud storage service, which you've got to purchase it. But I mean, it's not that expensive really, at 45 quid a year. I think that's actually alright. Then you've got site added successfully, so you've got sites and you've got different features. So you've got playback, you've got the gallery, you've got private mode, night mode, device volume, motion tracking, motion detection and patrol. So it seems to be quite easy to use once it's actually been set up, and it's got some really good functions on it. So I'm gonna go and have a little bit of a play around, and then I'll probably give you a bit of a better review on it. Okay guys, so we've got the playback. Let's start with that first. So oh, then you've got private mode, which turns the camera off. So it puts the camera into sleep mode. Turn on the camera. It doesn't take long to fire up again at all. You've got night mode, which obviously you can turn it on and off yourself, or you can have it on auto. I've turned it off for now because it's raining outside, it gets a bit dark in this room sometimes. Device volume, obviously you can move it up and down, just slide it. You've got motion tracking. Now this I really like. So if I put my hand in front of it and it follows my hand, which is actually really perfect for wrigglers, which my little girl is a wriggler in bed, and quite often I'm having to move the camera around to try and find where she is, or figure out if she's even in the bed still. But I think that's a really good thing for it, because obviously I don't have to do that anymore. I can just pop it down, put the motion tracking on, and just let the camera find her. Obviously it won't always be perfect, it won't always be right, it might pick up a bit of dust flying or something, I don't know, but it is a good idea. Then we've got motion detection, which you can turn on or off. So motion detection, if motion detection is turned on, you'll get a notification to your phone saying, you know, your child's moved or somebody's in the room or whatever, because it can be used for security cases as well, this. So if I'm just going to turn these off. Then you've got patrol. Now you can enable patrol if you have, so it's saying there, fail to enable site patrol because fewer than 2 sites were added. So that's these sites here. So you can add different sites. So if I add this and I'll just put A. So that's one site, and then I'll do another site. Let me go in direction. And I'll label that B. And then features, patrol, enable patrol, and oh gosh. So this allows the camera to turn round by itself. So you've got all day patrol, which it covers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you've got timed patrol, so you can just schedule it. So if I were going to use this, I'd probably just schedule it for my little girl's bedtime, and then it'll just sort of patrol the room and make sure, because we've got dogs, make sure none of the dogs have snuck into the room, and it'll just keep doing it every now and then. So yeah, it were a bit of a pain in the bum to set up, but once it's set up, I think it's a really good quality camera. You've got quite a good, you've got quite a good actual picture, and it's really, really simple and easy to use. There's some good things about it, like the motion tracking. I really, really like that, especially for little ones. And I like the fact that you can put it up onto a wall if you want, so obviously it's out of their reach then. Because at the minute I've got a camera that my little girl just pulls off the top of the drawers by the wire, which obviously isn't very good. So yeah, I really like it. It was just the setup, but I think that was probably just because of my internet as well as the app playing up. But overall, it's great. Go and check it out, guys. I'll pop the link down below.